Anybody who knows me knows that I'm very happy today, you understand? Because I, as a Chelsea supporter, as a Chelsea enthusiast, as a Chelsea fan, and a pundit, and also as an investor, I am very happy, because throughout the week, I never expected that Chelsea was going to beat, Liverpool, because the way we've been playing, we were beaten by, what's the name, Brighton, we were beaten by Brentford, we were beaten by Bayern Munich, so I really had no, confidence in my team, in my own team, that we're going to beat Liverpool. But, I watched the ball, I watched the game, and I was like, whoa! What is Chelsea doing? Chelsea was playing some fantastic football. I was surprised the way Chelsea played against Liverpool. You understand, at Stamford Bridge. From the blast of the whistle, Chelsea took the game to Liverpool. Chelsea took the game to Liverpool, control possession, control the spaces, control every facet of the game. Defensively, the guys were great. And my take was, Cucurella was great on the day, you understand? The fact that he was able to pocket Mo Salah. It is not everybody, it is not every left back that can pocket Mo Salah for 90 minutes. And for 90 minutes, Cucurella was on top of his game. He handled Mo Salah like nobody's business, And at the end of the day, Mo Salah did not even have a shot on target. So that should just tell you how good a day Cucurella had, And then you go to the captain, Reece James. James plays football in a slow motion. Fantastic baller by our standard. But playing as a central defender today, it just shows you the qualities that he's got as a footballer. Not necessarily as a wing back or as a right back. But so far, Enzo Maresca has used Reece James in 4 different positions. As a central defender, as back of a back 3, as a lateral defender or as a wing back, and as a lateral defender as a number 2, and also as a number 8. So it just tells you the multifaceted player that he is, and the multi-dimensional player that he is. And these are players that you hardly find, technically gifted, tactically aware, physically. Yes, he might lack a bit of, physicalness, because once in a while he gets a lot of injuries. But apart from the injuries, what a player he is. What a player he is. But I am particularly happy, very, very happy, for Estêvão. Fantastic goal by our standard, because for him to have gotten the winner in the 97th minute, the dying embers of the game, you understand? The fact that he was able to peel off from Robertson, one of the best fullbacks, one of the best, left backs that we have seen in the game in the English Premier League. And for Estêvão, a young 18-year-old, to just peel off him and then anticipate a cross from Cucurella, I think it was an amazing thing to do. And the fact, one thing about footballers is that you can be a very good footballer, but your understanding of space, timing, and the expectant of a cross or a cutback is rare. And for an 18-year-old, playing his first professional football in Europe, playing for Chelsea where the pressure is massive, where every single player is playing for a position every single time, you understand? Because you are fighting Cole Palmer, you are fighting Neto, you are fighting other players for the same position. And he started to score goals. I think it's going to be to his benefit. And that there's so much future. There's so much future for Estêvão. I just hope that in the next couple of years, he doesn't change his mind and go to either China or Saudi Arabia, because we know that Brazilian players, when the money is good, they will move. They play football for the money, and we all know it's their profession. So you can't necessarily blame them. But what is happening to Liverpool? Liverpool started the season in a great form. You understand? The first 5 matches they played 15 points. If you are ahead though, they get a last minute goal. But for the past 3 matches they've lost. 3 consecutive matches they've lost. And they did not lose just in a match. They lost against Crystal Palace. They lost against Galatasaray in the Champions League. And they've lost against Chelsea, making it possible for Arsenal to go to the summit of the league log. My question is, will Arteta and his Arsenal, his Gunners, be able to take the lead? You understand? Because they've taken the lead. Would they be able to sustain themselves at the hierarchy, at the top? Because we know Arsenal, We have seen them buckle. We have seen them, go to the summit of the league for more than half a season and then buckle it up. You understand? Because they go out there and they start losing matches as if they don't care. So to the viewers and to the fans, to everybody watching, do you think that Arsenal can take advantage of their position currently because they are at the summit of the English Premier League, followed by Chelsea, followed by Liverpool? Would they be able to take advantage of Liverpool's losing or of Liverpool's weaknesses and then announce the title? This question is for you. But I have criticized Enzo Maresca. I have anybody who listens to me will know that I am not a big fan of Enzo Maresca. You understand? But today he deserves my praises. He deserves an accolade from me because tactically he was able to outfight, he was able to outbox, he was able to outthink onslaught. Because for you to be able to outthink onslaught, the Premier League, the defending champions of the Premier League, you understand? The way they've been able to start the season, for you to have out-taught him, and it is great. I just hope that it continues because for so long, our good performances have been in spurts. You understand? I mean, we perform today, we perform tomorrow, and as the subsequent matches, we play shambolic football. You understand? But today, against Liverpool, I can say confidently that he did well. I mean, tactically, he was brilliant. The fact that we were not in a defensive shape, the fact that he was able to understand how Liverpool was going to play, because Liverpool was always going to play on the break. So even if you are attacking, you are very careful not to commit a lot of players in attack. And that is what he did well. You understand? Barring the goal that we consider, I think, and the belter. Whoa. The belter from Caicedo. What a goal. And you see, it is becoming synonymous with Caicedo that every goal that he scores is a goal of the season contender. I mean, what a strike. You understand? And apart from his first season where he struggled to hold his performances down, the subsequent season and this season has been amazing. I mean, he makes you remember the likes of Makelele. He makes you remember the likes of the Bison, Michaelesian. He makes you remember N'Golo Kante. And Chelsea for the past couple of years have been blessed, you understand, with fantastic defensive midfielders. I mean, you talk, like I mentioned them, there's been Claude Makelele, there's been Mikel Obi, there's been the Bison Chelsea, and there have been a Matic, right? And there have been now Moses Caicedo. I mean, fantastic company to be a part of. It is great for Chelsea, not too great for Liverpool. But I just hope that they continue with the pace, they continue with the way they've been able to perform in the match against Liverpool. For you viewers out there, do you think Chelsea can make the top four? Or even, if possible, whether remote or not, would they be able to challenge Arsenal and Liverpool for the title? Put in your comments as we wait for another episode. I'll see you next time.